Welcome back. Welcome back. This is Dr. Sophie Rothschild's show. And thank you for joining me again. And please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Okay? Then I'll use that. Um, the issue is, why do homeless programs doesn't work? Well, it's not very complicated. It's common sense. If you want to solve the homeless problem, what you do is say take 1% of the budget, you buy up some land in all 50 states, and you build housing on them. Simple. And those that are the veterans, those are the people that need somewhere to live, have somewhere to live. All this nonsense of first of all we gotta build shelters. Well, guess what? With a shelter, you gotta buy the building or rent the building, and then you gotta hire non-profits to manage the building, and you have to have non-profit manage the building, and all these non-profit managing the building. You're gonna have people with all these people making six-figure salaries, warehousing people. The problem's not being solved. All it is, instead of saying let's take 1% of the budget and buy up a land in all 50 states and just build housing and put people in housing, you solve the problems. Those who need work, you then can get them to work. Those who have mental issues can get help receiving mental help. Okay, problem solved right there. You don't need all this, all gotta build shelters. Basically, shelters is a scam. So you either buy a building or lease a building. That's gonna cost lots of money. And then tell that you then have to hire people to run the shelter. That means you gotta pay them six-figure salary. Mm-hmm. That money being wasted. On top of that, you gotta provide them with the food that live in the shelter. And clothes in the shelter. That's all that wasted money. So that's why the more money spent on homeless programs, the more the money is being wasted. Because the money is not going towards building homes and put people in housing. It's basically being siphoned off by these fat cats to line their pocket at the expense of human beings. You get rid of all these homeless programs, get rid of all these shelters, you just buy up land in all of the states and those and build housing on them, build housing on them. Not these high-rise prisons. You build housing on them, you indulge someone to decently live. You solve the problem right then and there. Common sense. Without forget all this nonsense, all right? Also, too, all these other so-called homeless programs, it costs billions of dollars because you fire all these people, pay them six-figure salaries, and they basically gonna suck the system dry. Gotta keep raising taxes, and keep spending more and more money to keep the homeless thing going. So these they can get fat cats, non-profit organization, and all these programs to keep getting money. That's all a waste of time. This is a process. Buy some land and offer the states. Those need and build housing. Those who need housing can get one of them. All your veterans, or you can get housing, and that way, and in that doing it that way, you're also creating jobs. People can because you're going to need construction workers to build these homes, and that too. Once they build, people have somewhere to live. People living on the street, creating economic, creating medical and hospital emergencies. It's shameful, really, and that's why common sense. These homeless programs will never. The current homeless programs will never work. California spends over $20 billion a year on homeless programs. You tell them they can just build some houses and put people there? San Francisco spend over $1 billion a year on homeless programs. You tell me that can't. That's not enough to build some housing. It's shameful. Let's go back to common sense. Let's go back some land in all 50 states. You build housing, you put people in these housing, and while you're building these housing, you're creating jobs. So construction workers, people to have work, and you solve the problems, and you're building the people problems, and you get rid of, and you solve the problem, get rid of problems, and once and for all, know and something for them to own, they can pass on to the future generations. So you give some people that somewhere to live, to call their own, and they have hope for their sake in the future. All this nonsense, there's this, you try to build all these homeless programs. This They're scamming you. It's a way to fleece taxpayers. Throw in the garbage. Just go yes, let's just use some common sense thoughts. Thank you.